Now we got everybody on the edge of their seat, Rhonda. So,
Yeah.
so now we need to tell them what did you learn, and what are the tenets of The Secret?
I learned that we are the creators of our own life, and that what we think will shape our life. What we think and what we believe to be true about ourselves will shape our life, will be our life inevitably. And that if we would, so for example, probably the thing that hit me the most was I really struggled with money, right? So something that was common for me to say was, I'm broke, I can't afford that. Well, if you say that, that's the way your life's going to be. Like everything you say, you're setting you're setting your life in that particular path. You're laying out your future. You're paving your life. And so I would say that all the time. Well, guess what? That's what I would experience. And so the simplest way for me to explain law of attraction is to say that whatever we think and believe is photocopied exactly and appears exactly as our life. And so I understood that we had incredible power and that we could think what we wanted, like money, money is coming to me. Money comes easily to me. Money loves me, instead of I'm broke and I can't afford it and all of those things. So where we've got everything wrong is we are reacting to life, and what we need to do is create life. And so in creating life, we say the way we want it before it's appearing. We say how we want it now, and then it will appear. And we say it as though we have it, because for any law, there's no time. There's absolutely no time. So for law of attraction, there's no time whatsoever. So that's why we have to speak as though we have it. But that's why the same as I think it's in Matthew, where whoever asketh and believeth will receive it. So you have to believe that you've received already. You have to believe you've received already.
Yeah, I'm going to read off.
Receive.
I'm gonna read off some of the money affirmations that you say every day. I love these, by the way, Ron. I was reading them today. I actually pasted them into my affirmations already. So tomorrow I'll be saying this. So this is some of the things you say every day, and I highly recommend everyone write these down or listen to them. So these are some of them. First of all, you say, I am rich. I am a money magnet. I'm attracting more and more money every day. I am becoming richer by the second. I'm getting excited saying this. I love money and money loves me. I am grateful for everything I have. Money is my friend. Money comes to me effortlessly and easily. And you go on to say you really feel the words in these affirmations until you truly believe what you are saying. Can you comment on these?
Yes. So these are the affirmations that I said to turn what I would describe as a lack consciousness, which is just the way I was brought up. We can't afford it. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard and struggle for money. That's the only way you're going to get money. So I had all of those world beliefs. And so to change all of that and move to where money could just come in unexpected ways and in abundance, I needed to change from lack consciousness to wealth consciousness. And the way to do that was affirmations. I did many things, but I did affirmations and do affirmations every day. And if, for example, something happens and let's say something breaks and it costs more money than I thought to replace it, straight away I ramp up my affirmations and I ramp up gratitude, for everything that I've received. And so, yes, it's a matter. It took me, I was making The Secret, it took me 1 year to go from lack consciousness to wealth consciousness. And if I were doing it again, it would take not at all that. I think it would take like maybe 2-3 months tops. And that's because I know all the things that work now. Like I tried everything, and the reason I tried everything was because I wanted to see what worked really well, and then I could share that with people. And so all of the things that I did, like for example, one of the things, and people would know if they're struggling with money, that one of the hardest parts of all is when bills come in, and immediately, like back then I would get the mail. These days it can be very different how you receive a bill, but I would go and get the mail. It would all be window-faced envelopes, and it would be a whole bunch of bills, and straight away my feelings would plummet. Well, I knew that if I opened that mail while my feelings were like that, I was just going to draw more bills, bigger bills to me. So I needed to feel good about money. The affirmations help you feel good about money. And so to tackle the bills side of it, what I would do is I would listen to a piece of music or do whatever I needed to do to feel good. And I would make sure that I was feeling really, really, really good. And then I would open the mail, except I would pretend in my imagination that these were checks. Now, you see, for law of attraction, it doesn't know, it doesn't know nor care, and it makes no difference whether you're imagining something or if it's real, right? So I'm imagining that every one of these bills is a check. And so I would write down all of the amounts of money and add them all up. This is all the money that I received today. And I'd be like, woohoo, I received all of this. And then it got to a point where I didn't even feel it was enough money. So I would add a zero. I would add a zero to what I received. But that helped me enormously. And obviously then with the bills, I would just pay when I could. I would just pay when I could. Also, when I paid, I did this, which also made me feel really good. I imagined that I was donating this money, that I wasn't paying a bill, that I was of my own free will giving this money to the company because I think this company is fabulous. So, for example, like an electricity utilities, I would pretend that I am donating this money to them. And then I would think about what that money is going to do, that it's going to help pay the salaries of all of the people there. It's going to help educate their children, help put food on the table for all the employees. And I would imagine all of that. So I did all of those things. I did all of those things, and all of those things make a huge difference, because then when you get to a place where you feel good about money, when you feel good about money, you just can't stop the flow of it.